Why is cloud security different? One aspect is that the cloud is public. So first of all, everything in the cloud is public if it is configured to be so. And secondly, that infrastructure in the cloud is coded. We actually have computer lines of code corresponding to all of the infrastructure in the cloud, which means that if one line of code is misconfigured, we can have a very serious issue potentially. With a small error of literally a line of code, it's possible to accidentally give access to a production system to anybody who else in the world who has an AWS account. And that's a real example which I've seen at one of the organizations that I've worked with. Potentially, cloud can be configured and set up in a more secure way than on-premise infrastructure. And that's primarily because everything is coded. And when everything's coded and we have infrastructure as code, then that is repeatable and auditable and predictable because you're not in the situation where somebody's logging onto a server and making a change and then nobody knows what change has been made. So it is possible to be, I believe, more secure in the cloud. However, there's also the potential for misconfiguration and poorly configured policies. So it's important to do it right, and if it's done right, it can potentially be more secure than on-premise. There's certainly plenty of examples of organizations who have moved to the cloud or are moving to the cloud, and the decisions maybe being made by perhaps a senior manager without full awareness of some of the potential issues. Security is often not considered enough when making that decision. Mitigating the risks of cloud should really be done through a combination of different approaches. So one aspect is technical, another aspect is training, other methods and considerations which are really important are culture and organisation. Training can help to ensure that DevOps people who are creating the code for infrastructure and applications are more aware of potential security issues. Cultural aspects are very significant. So if there's a strong leadership by senior management to emphasize the role of security and its importance so that it's prioritized, that's immensely helpful. And finally, organizational aspects are really significant. Many organizations are moving to a model with agile development, short scrums with short pieces of work and incremental improvements. And that doesn't sit well with a separate security department. So organizationally, what works is having security specialists and DevSecOps embedded within the DevOps team and coding themselves. I've seen some great examples of organizations who are doing this really, really well. It's really important to not focus on any one magic bullet. It's a combination of the technical, cultural, organization and training that together can ensure that cloud is implemented in a secure way.